This morning I'm back at the house renovation project. This is day 7 of the project. I'm going to start off by doing some plumbing work to accommodate the new vanity. Okay, this is what I need to remove, but because this elbow is so close to the T, I'm going to have to cut the stack here and up here and put a slip coupler in to rejoin a new T so I can have a piece come straight out. Okay, that worked pretty well. I was able to get some couplers on that and slip it right in. And now I'll be able to put a new tailpiece coming out to a P-trap once I set the cabinet. Now I'm going to bring the cabinet in and start setting it. Okay, now that I got the cabinet in here, I have to cut out the base so the cabinet will slide in. Okay, I got the vanity cabinet set, and it's all leveled in plumb and attached. And the pantry cabinet is now set. The only thing that always concerns me is how it butts against the wall. This is not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to set the top, and I'll walk you through the steps that I like to do to make it as easy as possible. This is the sink base that the customer provided. And what I'm going to do first, before we set it, is I'm going to install this faucet into the holes there, and then I'll attach the tailpiece. And then once that's done, I'll attach the hoses to the faucet, and that way when you set it, there's really nothing left to do but make the connections. Nice nickel type finish, or maybe a polished chrome. before you tighten it down, you want to make sure that it's centered on the sink. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and tighten those nuts. You want to make sure that this part where this the sink drain piece attaches, you want to make sure that that's always pointing directly at the back. Very important as you're tightening this. Gonna go ahead and attach them loose because I'm not exactly sure that this length will work. I'm just gonna attach it loose and I'll test fit it. Okay, both these lines will work. So I'm going to go ahead and slip it back off, tighten them, and then I'll put a bead of caulk down on top of the vanity itself on the cabinet, and then I'll bed that in the caulk, and that'll kind of hold it in place. Okay, I got the supply lines attached now. I'm going to go ahead and work on the drain line. Bleed out the air in the line. This drain's working. That drain worked fantastic. Okay, now that I've finished with the sink top and have everything plumbed and functional, I'm going to go ahead and just do some finishing things like caulking this gap along the edge. I need to caulk this base and that little gap, and then trim these shims off. And then after that, I could start putting the cabinet drawers back in and the shelving and the doors back on the big pantry cabinet. Okay, I think this vanity is done now. I got all the gaps caulked on the top. Over here on the side, instead of scribe, I just decided to caulk it. I think it looks fine. And then over here on this side, it's caulked down on this side. I think it'll be fine. If anything else, maybe I can touch it up with a brush once it dries, so it cuts in the color to the wall a little more. That might look better than just the white, but we'll see what the homeowner thinks. I think he'll be fine with it. Okay, that went really well. I'm going to go ahead and get set up to start laying the flooring. Okay, I'm going to be cutting the flooring with this chop box. Okay, I've finished laying all the flooring. The only thing that's left to do is to install this quarter round to finish, and then just caulk and fill the holes once you nail it. Okay, putting that quarter round down wasn't too bad. I just have this piece, and this piece, and this piece over here, this one, that I need to leave loose until I get that toe kick on right here. Once I set that, then I can tack them on. But all the other pieces I've got installed. I'm going to go ahead and caulk and fill it. Okay, I've got all the quarter round caulked and filled now. The only part that I don't have done is the couple pieces over here that I talked about, which once I get the toe kick, then I'll finish those. So now what I'm going to do is set the toilet, and this room is almost done. The door actually is too low now with the flooring, so I'm going to have to take a little bit off of it. Okay, took some off the door and everything's back to normal now. Well, today went pretty well. I got a lot done in the bathroom. Tomorrow, all I should have to do is the trim on the window, the register cover on the wall, the vanity light and mirror, and some minor electric work, and a little bit of trim on the bottom of the linen cabinet, and I should be done. So I hope you'll join me in the next clip where I wrap up the work in the bathroom.